thought I would come from the bedroom because we've got a bit of a pink glowing light, which just reminds me of a healing colour. I like pink anyway. Can you all hear me? I have to be a bit quieter because I'm upstairs, but that's okay. We haven't got the birds tweeting. So I'll just let a few more people come in while I just gather myself. Just put some incense on and that's like... Feeling very relaxed. I've just had a bath, so that was really good. Let me see if I can put this back a little bit. Don't want to get too caught up in chat today. So we'll see. 5 if you can hear me. So we've got Astral Thief and Slam Dunkus. Is it Slam Dunkster 1? So I'll just give it a little bit of a few minutes just for people to come in while I have a drink of water. Right, there's 10 in, so if you're there, say hi. I can near enough see you from over here, so we've got... Yeah, I've seen you. I'm just wondering who else is there. And I've seen you. I think I better put this over the other side. Hang on a minute before I get talking. We've got Belinda. Hi, Belinda. We've got Red Eye Jedi. So any mods that are in now or in a bit, just let the chat know that when I go in the flow in a few minutes, I'm just going to be taking absolutely no notice of chat until I stop, because I'm going to ask you some questions as well. Hi, Debbie. Yes. This is a chat on you and where you're going. Trump just won Nevada. I mean, it's not a chat about that, but brilliant, because you know I know what's going on with all of that, and I don't feed into any of the medieval media. Got Colin, hi Sue, Michelle Stevenson, and yeah, whoever else is there watching. Nick, love is all you need. Oh yeah. This was downstairs. I brought it upstairs because it's going on the wall, but yeah, quite convenient, isn't it, for what is going on now. I'm gonna have to bring you a bit nearer. Hi Shirley. So let's see how I'm gonna start this off. Yes, totally hemp. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. Yes, the fundamental, hang on, I can't see it. The fundamental emotion which stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Yeah, exactly. So, you see how I'm going to sit. So, I've got a few cards out that I pulled out today. I'll show you them as we go along. I don't know if this is going to come out because I wrote a few notes down just to jog my memory of what I've been seeing today and what my, feelings and things are and everything that's going on. Not about the 3D as such, because as I keep saying, I don't really need to talk about that because most of us know what's going on with all that, and it's because there's a going on within ourselves. Hi, so hi Rod Smith, you were over on Red Pill Phil's chat before, and I said hi, I said come and join us. I can't remember what it was I was going on about. So everyone say hi to Rob Smith, and Dobbs is in as well. So like I said, any of the wrenches, just let people know that I won't be talking in chat in a minute. If people think I'm ignoring them, I'm not ignoring you. I just need to, yeah, true art, colour, mean, treat. Yeah, so I think I was shouting out in Red Pill Phil's chat, about the whole alignment. This means the alignment within ourselves as well. It's not just the planetary alignments. The planetary alignments align up with us, with our chakras and so on and so forth. Not going in depth in that. But the title I put up was What You're Not and What You're Becoming. You are, this is all about soulology. And because this is all about soul, and some people don't have souls, do you know what I'm saying? So soulology is a deep study of the origins of the soul and what it seeks as nourishment. Very, very relevant. Nourishment to the soul. It is a study in humanity without any religious boundaries, barriers or limitations. We are allowed to express ourselves individually. 33 in the house, Christ consciousness, I just picked up on then. We are expressing ourselves individually, and you can do that any way you wish to, as long as you're not harming others. It doesn't really matter. You know, like I said the other day, sometimes we can agree to disagree. That's fine. I don't wish any ill on anybody, even the naysayers and the haters that have come forth. I wish them well, and I hope they find their true soulology, their self. Hi Susie Q, and I hope they find what they're truly looking for, instead of, you know, doing what they do. I wish you well, and I wish you find what is the best nourishment for your soul. I know what the best nourishment for my soul is, and that's where you, if you're on your path, should be coming to, or know that anyway, because people are on different parts of the path. But basically I put the whole like I said, I'm not coming into chat yet. I will be coming into chat when I finish this, because you know I get distracted, and I'm trying to learn not to get distracted, because I see energies coming sometimes that try to distract me off what I'm saying, but I'll talk about that as we go along. Oh, okay, is that Dave? No, but as I've just said again, and I'll say it the last time, moderators, please let people know that I'm just in the flow if anyone new comes in or whatever happens, because I will come into chat because I do want to ask you some questions. I wrote some notes down. I probably won't read them because I'm a bit like that. I sort of look at things and think, oh well, it just flows and comes in. You know, and anyone coming in with silly comments that I think are silly and I don't resonate with, that are trying to distract me off what I'm trying to say, I won't be reading them out or getting caught up in a conversation, because I'm putting out what I need to put out. So you can in chat, but I just won't be. So hang on a minute, just checking to see, bring you down a little bit down here. So yeah, soulology. What is good for the nourishment of your soul? What you are not, and what are you becoming? What do you wish to become? What do you wish to become in 2021? I know what I see myself becoming, and am becoming, and feel I'm becoming, because I'm stepping into myself. I said a few weeks ago, I felt like I already had. I know this is my truth. I do think a lot of you will be feeling that within yourselves as well, with all the energies that are going on. I mean, last night, this is just going to flow in and out, so if people are new and you don't get me, this is how it normally happens. You have a beautiful home, very high vibrational. Thank you. It is high vibrational. You should keep your home high vibrational. It nourishes the soul. It's where you reside, you know, quite a bit. So, yeah. First things first. Last night I was talking to Susie Q. We were discussing a few things, and I think it was just before I got off the phone talking to Susie Q quite late, and then I just knew the energies, well, they're always about, but I knew spirit was about, and I knew I was gonna check in on them, and I did. And what I saw was the sparks around me, gold and silver, and what was coming up to the camera without filming was absolutely beautiful. I mean, like, looking, I was like, wow. And the more I talked about healing, because I do talk out loud, the more they were coming in, because we all know it's to do with healing, and it's to do with healing on a soul level as well. I'm not talking in chat yet, so yeah, Effie, exactly. So then I went to bed after that. It was, when that happened, it was 11 minutes past 1. So I was laughing at that. And then I woke up around something like 4:44 and looked out my window and just saw this massive star, and I was just staring at it for ages, like, and I was just like, wow. And then I had this really weird dream, but then thinking on it today, because this is why you need to write things out in journals, because sometimes you come to it after. So I had this really weird dream, and I was telling Susie Q, but I've come to my own, like, thing of it. So it was about someone I knew. I know this is going to sound weird. That was putting themselves up on, and this is why I was like, what's that about? On a social platform. I don't know what it was. It could have been Facebook or Instagram or something like that. And they were naked, and I was thinking, why have they done that? That's not like that person to do that. Also, maybe I think, I don't know. But when I looked into it and had a bit of let it lie with me today, I was like, oh, I see what it's saying. It wasn't really about that person. In a way it was, but I'm not going to tell you why in a sense. But in a way, because a lot more things now are, when you're doing readings and stuff, they are for the collective. That's how I feel at the minute, because of the collective consciousness going on at the minute, of the awareness of what's going on within and without. So it was, let me just write down the notes I put on it. Yeah, so to me, it was saying, because this person was naked, and it was a bit like, oh my God, like, what they're putting themselves on a platform for. It was more like, it's a transparency of what's happening with stuff that's happening at the minute in the, the material world. And sometimes we come across as like, oh my God, I don't want to see that. That's like, I don't want to see that. And that's what a lot of people are like now, and will be like with a certain stuff that's dropping, more and more, of like, I don't want to see that. As we've said before, people who don't want to see the dark, even though there's dark within them, and they don't even want to look at themselves, because it will make that bubble to the surface. And people see it as bad, but I don't see it as bad. I see it as a good thing, because it pushes you forward to the light. So it was that thing about transparency, warts and all were being brought up, because this person was naked, and it was like, wow, you can see everything, transparency. But this is what's, what did I put? This is what's, going to be seen, because this is what's happening. Some people are going to be disgusted, because that's what they're like, oh my God, why are they showing this? Well, you need to be shown, because you can't be told, you need to be shown. Are you feeling good? Yeah, we'll get into that in a bit. It needs to be shown. People can't be told, they need to be shown. So this was a bit like, not, if I see this person, I'll be like, oh my God, in my dream you were naked. It's all about the transparency. And while it's the truth, bare naked, God's honest truth. I wrote down, bare naked, God's honest truth. Also, you need to get to the bare bones of you and your truth. You and your truth, everything links up. So you need to get to the bare bones of your truth. Who are you really? What are you not? And what are you becoming? What do you want to become? Because it is all about working on yourself and becoming a better person every day. Yes, we fall, but yes, we get back up. We fall because we're human. We get back up when we're connected and we're doing the work and we're bringing the energy in, which is around us and within us all the time. As most of you know, if you don't, you will. It's fine. And you're connecting to source. Fam, your source fam, as in your spirit realm, your higher self, which is your higher self that looks above all the shit and all the nonsense and all the, you know what I'm saying? So, and then remember the dream that I had about Trump a few weeks ago. As I said, that's 17 thumbs up. If you remember the dream that I had, he had a bare chest and he was facing away from me, but I knew I was receiving something or getting something. And Melania also had, I know it was weird, like a see-through dress on or something, and it was the chest, and I'm saying that's the heart. And he had his back to me, but there was golden light, because he's been taking all the arrows and all the shots, but also he's transparent. He wasn't wearing anything, so there's nothing there, there's no what's the word? He's transparent, so he had no top on, symbolising the fact that he hasn't got anything up his sleeve. He hasn't what's the word? He's not hiding anything. He's not hiding anything. It's all about transparency now, and this is where we're going with what's about to happen with the storm that's coming in. And people want transparency. Why would you not? You know, and this is why I say I'm not worried about my higher self has been bonging out all day. Oh, really? This is why I'm not bothered about naysayers and people and haters and all this, because it's all going to be seen who was playing, for instance, what side. So I'm not worried about that because I haven't got anything up my sleeves or hiding anything. All I'm doing is showing my path of what nourishes me that may help you. As I keep saying, what nourishes me may not nourish you, but I know what nourishes me because I know thyself. So, you know, yeah, they do release Barry as well, but they are messages given you to from higher states of consciousness anyway. It's for you to decipher what those messages are, and that's what the message was for me. Might not be for you, but that was my message that I'm sharing, because that is what's going on at the minute. And that's also transparency with yourself, which I'll be talking about this after, of who you thought you were, who you were told you were, but who you're actually becoming. Yeah, there's a lot of people who do, Eddie, but it's coming away from that now and just let it roll out because it's having its natural cycle. Everything's in a cycle right now. This is the end of this cycle of this year, and next year I'm just so looking forward to the next cycle because it's exciting. Let that cycle roll out because it is. And this is why I say we had Hanukkah, we're still in Hanukkah till the 18th. That's the victory of light. Well, isn't that a coincidence? Not. We've got the new moon tonight. The new moon, that's for new beginnings. Well, there is a new beginning happening, and I'm anchoring that moon in. Anchoring it in. I've got no doubts. I'm anchoring the newness within me, the new beginnings I want in my life. And when I put that out, it is for others as well, because what I want for others as well. We've got the alignment of Saturn and Jupiter, which when they're together makes like the Bethlehem star. You know, and we've also got Christmas. I've said this is all joy, joy, joy factor. I am not having my light squashed or bringing my frequencies down over this time right now. I don't anyway. You see me on here quite vibing in I personally think, a good vibe. I know that Christmas is about joy 45 in, and you've got to pull this up because it's very, if you're into sort of portals, you know, with the whole windows of time with energy coming in and energy coming into you, and when you're in that higher frequency, that's what you will receive. This is why you've got to keep it up. It also anchors that frequency into the timeline that we're on. If you keep feeding into the mainstream media and the bullshit they're putting out there and fearing, you will keep that fear mode, that manifestation in. They know, because they're illuminated, obviously they know. If you keep feeding into it and keep talking about it, that's why I say you can be aware. They know they need to, the news channels, those who own it, know they need to put you into fear to bring your vibration down so you go on that timeline, because they know it's how you manifest. If they've got enough people with eyes on it and focusing on it, you will the world, because when the world was asleep and didn't know that the TV was used as a hyper-hypnosis machine, they know if the world is thinking about that and in doom and gloom and focusing on it and watching the news all the time, that will manifest. That's what they've always done. But because there is a great awakening happening within people, and it's more and more and more, and it's stronger than it ever was, because everyone thought it was 2012, that's when it started from the Great Awakening, I believe, started. Then yes, there was people awake, but the Great Awakening started. All that was before that, people go on about the New World Order, that has fell away. That started breaking up, I would say then, of all the star seeds started waking up. I think if you go and watch, I think it was Above Duality, they put a really good video out, something about Chiron, but I just loved it because I thought that, like they said, the star seeds were being watered from, that's us people who were waking up, from 2012. Everyone thought something massive did happen. A shift did happen in 2012. It wasn't a physical thing, it was a thing within us. So the star seeds got watered. Well, what happens when seeds get watered? They grow. They start growing. They start becoming conscious, and that's what was happening, and they start expanding. Remember the picture I did with the expanding flower, which is still up for sale, by the way. That's what was happening. So that's why the consciousness has woken and woken and woken and woken more. And you've got people out there wondering, thinking that the Great Awakening, you know, calling people out, thinking it's like a big trend. It's not a trend, it's just a thing that's happening. It's like, get with it, cheer people on, be grateful it is happening. It's a beautiful thing to see. You know, so the alignment of the planets is the alignment of yourself, getting in alignment with this timeline. If you want a new world and a new way and new solutions, and you want a new you need to pull them timelines in and get on it. Stop talking about, you know, every time the news says something, jumping on it, oh my god, they've said this, because every time you do that, you put doubt out there without even knowing, and it cuts the cord of your manifestation. Yeah, sheep no more. That's like, if you truly know about manifesting, you would know that. And that's why I said the other day when I was having a going chat, I was like, look, and this is why I'm not going to be getting into chat anymore with anyone that's coming into chat trying to break my flow up or trying to distract in a, you know, when I'm feeling the vibration. I'm not getting into it. I've learnt my lesson with that. But like I've been saying, this is how we stay on that timeline. People go on about manifesting, and there's people out there who go on about it and don't actually do it, because at the end of the day, there'd be certain things they would be doing and saying. And it's all about reflecting on your cycle. So this cycle, which is about to go into a new cycle, Sheep No More Golden Age Crystal Beings, exactly, Pam Call. So to me, it's a beautiful thing. I'm personally going to be turning into a supernova next year, believe me. I'm soaring because I'm focusing on my higher self and what I'm bringing in. I'll be soaring while a lot of people are flooring, meaning they'll be falling flat on the face because they're too busy not getting into themselves and not doing the work. This is why I say I'll be probably going, you probably won't see me after this week till after Christmas, because I need to be in the moment, I need to be in the now, I need to be focusing on what I want to bring in and harnessing this energy to go into the next cycle and then come in with a bang in the new year. And everyone should be resting and recuperating anyway for this energy, because that's going about at the minute. A lot of people have been, you know, talking about the energy. So with that, how are you all feeling today? Because I've heard Susie Q was saying there was, you know, a bit of energy, and she felt she had to go and meditate because, you know, it can be quite strong with people. It depends, you know, on what you're doing and everything. So how's everyone feeling today? Let's put my leg out. So hi to Little Legs, King, Astral Thief, Pam, Yule, Joe, Maggie, Ray, Susie Q, Effie, Julie, whoever's there, you might have to come back down the bottom. I can't be bothered scrolling. I'm very sore every morning, but last night my body was tingling all over in the middle of the night. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. And we've got Juan in as well. I've been finding it hard to sleep, but I did sleep last night. Oh, thank you, Barry Peas. Thank you. I try. I only speak what I'm experiencing, and you know what I mean. So what I'm resonating with. If I don't resonate with it, I can't really talk about it. Woke since 1976. It just, yeah, a lot of people have been woke for a very, very long time, but a lot of people need freaking out a bit. Don't freak out. A lot of people have been awake for a very long time, and that's good because there's different ripples. But a lot of people, there's some people, I'm not saying everyone, that need to remember, you know, and come up with the times as well. Because a lot of people, I don't mean you, have gone on about being awake for ages and have gone back in the fear mode of the New World Order, and that is not where we're going. And that is that, if you're talking about that, you're going to manifest it, and people go on about manifesting, yet they're talking about that. I've only just started meditating, and I've been feeling very tired when I wake up for some reason. It's probably been working on your little legs, that's why. And don't think about it, just let it be. And anyone who's feeling a bit freaked out, it is a bit freaky. You know, if you look too much at the news and stuff like that, and you're getting caught up into that, you will be freaked out because they want you in fear. You know, with the whole military thing going on, which we all know it isn't what they're saying it is. But I'm not talking about that because this conversation isn't about that. I don't need to talk about it. It's all about you at the end of the day and what nourishment you need right now. It's the energies that are so powerful at the moment. And they are, because if you think about it, you've got the new moon tonight, new beginnings, that stands for bringing things in. So put your intentions out tonight for you, yourself, and everybody, everything. Like I said, Hanukkah, the new moon, the conjunction, that's coming in now anyway. You've got the Christmas, you know, the winter solstice. You've got all these portals of energy within yourself as well, all popping off all around the same time. You know what I mean? Coming in and coming out. So can you imagine? No wonder everyone's like, ooh. And then that's why the media try to put you in all that fear, 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 fear. I've had plenty of high energy the last couple of days, loving it. I hope it stays. It will do. The more, it's not like sometimes you don't go down. You just get back on it. It's just all these new energies coming in. It's going to make people feel like that, and that's why I said, and I've said and said and said, this new world is the higher state of consciousness. And I know we all say that, and it's an awareness. Once you're aware to what you truly are and what you truly want, and you want it for everyone else as well, because you are me and I am you, you know this is where, of this great awakening, when people wake up to that, they're not going to want harm. They're not going to be wanting to, it's like I said, if you have a knife, I'm going to use it to go and cut some bread or butter my bread. I'm not going to go and use it to kill somebody, you know, because I've got a conscience and a higher state. I wouldn't do that anyway. I know what's right and wrong, but people are going to want peace, and that's why I say with the whole Q thing and all that and other stuff that's going on, that's waking people up, and it's going to wake people up a bit abruptly. It's going to wake them up to their true selves, not the person they thought they were, and the things that they've been following, and the people that they've been idolising and worshipping, you know, in the celebrity side of it. They're going to have a big shock, because they're going to be like, oh my God, I've been worshipping these people. And when they find out what these people have really been up to, whether you want to look at it like, yeah, they're playing for the dark side and that's the side they should, whatever, it doesn't really matter. What I'm saying is they're still going to be shocked. They will go straight back into themselves. It's a bit like your soul, because it's soul retrieval. Remember what I said the other day? It's like your soul's left your body to these people who are so asleep, and it's flying out there somewhere because it doesn't really know what's going on, because the people are tuning into the soul self. So this is how I see it, if you get what I'm saying. So it's flying out there. When they have this shock, it'll be like, have you seen the film where they kick in, your astral self comes out? It's like your astral self, your soul self will be kicked straight back into you, of like, oof. And when that happens, it'll be such a shock, but then it'll be like, oh, I've got a soul. I realise what I've been a part of, as in what I've been focusing on, or what I've been bringing in, or what I've been, because we've all been a part of something without knowing, you know, we've all been brainwashed and stuff. But and then the work will start, their work will start, and they will start soul retrieving their self, and they will start their soulology of what nurtures them. And the nurturing isn't infighting, it isn't trying to outdo somebody else, you know, all that stuff of the lower negative stuff. It's all about peace within, where peace without will come on. And this is why the new world is here, and the timeline we are is here, and how we manifest it is, people sit there, it just makes me laugh with people. We go within to manifest, and you wake up to know that we are the manifestors, the God and goddesses within us manifest and create our reality, our realms of reality. My realm, your realm, we're different realms all buffering next to each other, but you create your own reality. So when you know that, when you go within, as above so below, as within so without, as the universe so the soul, what you bring into you, what you attract, will attract on the outside in the physical realm, because this is not what's done before. I've said this and said this before. The spirit realm, the non-physical, is coming and merging in with the physical realm. So there's a lot of people out there going, oh, it doesn't manifest. It does manifest. It manifests from within and from without, and that's why you're seeing what's happening now. So when we all go within ourselves, which is what's happening, is going to be happening in the new year and going forth with the ones that are coming on the path now, it's a ripple effect. We're all coming in, and we're like this to the others, we're shining our light, and the ones before us, ancestors and people who woke up before us, shining their light for us. So we're all on the path of enlightenment, but we're all following light. So you're shining over there. Like you could say, I've been talking to Susie Q. She's been, we've been talking about stuff. I hope it's okay to say Susie Q's a bit older than me. So we've been discussing things, shining a bit of light. I'm shining a light for someone behind me. They're shining light. And then we all get to see on the path. But we all have to do it. It's an initiation. It is a bit like a test. But you can't cheat the test. You've got to go through the emotions. You've got to go through the experiences. The experiences will show you the truth of what's going on. So when you know this, when you come to peace within yourself, peace will come on the other realms and the actual physical realm we're on. And that is what's happening. Because if anyone looks about, we've not really... I mean, where's ISIS and everything? There's no wars been going on. The news have tried to say we're going to war. People are moaning about civil war at the minute. Civil war is the war on minds at the minute. That's going to be over soon than it started, because that is not what they're trying to say, is not what's going to happen. And it won't anyway, because when people wake up, which they will do, because it's going to be a shock to the system, like I said, they're going to retrieving the soul, and they realise, and then they're going to want good for the world. They're going to want good for thy neighbour, thyself and thy neighbour. Then what they're focusing on is going to be positivity. It is going to be love. So nothing else can come in apart from that. Apart from new solutions, new ways, new teachings, new everything, and so on and so forth. And when you think you've got there, think again, because you just keep evolving and spiraling. You get to one place and it's like, now I've got to learn this. This is so exciting. This is brilliant. It's really, really good. You know what I mean? So that's how I sort of see it with what's going on. Like I said, if you know about true manifestation, you want to stay and anchor the lights. And there are a lot of people that will come along, and as you're tying down your light and you're anchoring the things that want to come in, you will get people who want to undo that ribbon that you've anchored. They'll want to do it, and you're going to be like, no, you are not taking energy off me. You're not siphoning energy off me. You're not going to dim my light. I am holding strong. I am rooting and grounding. And no, it's okay to say no. That's why you've got to let go of things that don't align with you anymore. People, things, everything, So, like I said, again, I don't know, how are you all feeling? Because I went off on a tangent again. It's all cycles. If you're not learning by the cycle, each cycle every year, you're not evolving. You will go into the next cycle next year if you're not doing the work, doing the same thing you did this year if you were fearing, and that's how it will carry on, and you'll keep manifesting that until you realise what you're doing. What you put out, you receive back. As I've said before, that is a universal law. That clap snapped me back into reality. So let me just get a bit comfier here. I just see what you're all saying. Love to you all is how I'm feeling. Good. Let me sit back here. I've got some cards to show you as well. So it's all challenging with some people around you at the moment. Yeah, it is, because of the energies and people who are not understanding what's going on, so it gets like that. But like I said, what's the most important thing at the minute is you and your energy, and holding on to it and doing what nurtures you now going into next year. You need to be doing this. That's why I said you need to start not looking at certain stuff, really nurturing, getting out in nature, resting if that's what you need. Laughing is medicine. You really need to have a laugh, because there's so many serious people out there at the minute, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. We're watching a movie play out. Most of us know this. It's a movie playing out. This movie, I'm watching the movie. I think it's beautiful. I'm cheering people on, like from the sidelines or up above or whatever. The movie is for the people that are just awakening or have woken, because that they need to see this. This is why it was said. The people can't be told; they will be shown. That's why I'm not really watching it, because I'm watching it on the level of watching people awaken to the higher self. But the other stuff, I'm just like, it's a show. It's already done. Heaven on earth is already here. It's already been played out in the manifesting realms, and it's here, but you've still got to anchor the light. It still needs action. It still needs action. Go stargazing every night. Yeah, you should be seeing the sun in the morning, the stars at night, all that sort of good stuff. Direct your attention with your intention in the only positive direction. That's why I always say keep focusing on the positive things you want in your life, because what you focus on is what you are, and what you attract is what you think. So if you're thinking, shitty things are happening to you and you're feeling down and woe is me and it's all like victim mode, it's because you're concentrating on negative stuff or negative people, or you're not really or it's showing you're not really concentrating on yourself and what you actually love to do and what nurtures you. Yeah, a sense of humour is very, it's those on that side, those who have no souls, are not creative, and they I wouldn't say they really laugh, do they? So you need to laugh. They hate that. It's a good frequency and it's a high frequency, so they hate that. Spirit speaking through you. Yeah. And spirit speaks through everyone if you're listening. If you're listening through nature, numbers, visions and everything. Yeah, and I was saying to Susie Q, it's funny because obviously I've never worn a mask since this whole started, and people say, oh, have you had anyone come up to you and say anything? I said, no. Reason being is because I don't go around looking at people, giving them dirty looks because I think you shouldn't be wearing a mask. I know some people are scared and some people are not awake. I don't look at them as if to be like, I'm better than you because I'm not wearing a mask. I just get on with my day. So if I go shopping, for instance, food shopping, which I'll be doing tomorrow, I just don't look at people. I just act as if it's not happening, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm not looking at people. I'm just thinking, I'm going in. Because it is like Zombieville. We all know that. And I go in and get my stuff. And I might be listening to the music that's playing or whatever, because sometimes that makes me laugh because I get messages there. And I just go in. I'm not rushing. I'm pretty happy. Just la la la, getting what I want. And I don't look at people. Now, if you're going around looking at people, giving them dirty looks, you probably are going to get a bit of aggro back, because it'd be like, well, what are you looking at? You're giving that vibe out, you're giving a frequency out of aggression, so you might get it back because you normally get out what you're putting out. For instance, when I went to the march, Paul Boyce's march a few weeks ago, I just went to feel what the energy was like. I don't need to go to them things, that's why you don't really see me at them things, because it's not my thing. But there's people in different where they are on the path that need to do that, so that's fine. Boots on the ground and all that is needed. Some people think it isn't. It is needed, but they're like the right movements. There's a lot of movements out there that weren't. They were being paid by Soros, as a lot of us know, like Antifa. You got Extinction Rebellion. You had the whole what's the rainbow bloody thing, and Black Lives Matter and all that. We all know that what was behind it. People get into it because they think it's a good thing, but what was actually pushing that narrative, we all know. So yeah, we had all that, but I went there to see the energy, and the energy was brilliant. But it shows you that there was a guy at one point, a young lad, who had saw somebody with a mask on and shouted across to him like, you effing idiot, get your effing mask off. But that is not the way to, that's not going to wake someone up. That's just going to piss somebody off, and you might get aggression back, and they'll probably just think, all right, dickhead. Do you know what I mean? So like I say, when I go out, I don't look for that. It's just like, it doesn't even exist. So it is like I'm in a parallel universe, and there is a splitting of sides, and it is your choice to choose, and there will be a choice, because once you make your choice, this is personally how I see this. Once you make a choice, people think, oh yeah, well, it's duality, and we're going to think, well, you're going to see the duality. It's going to be shown well in your face, because it is a time to choose, and you will be choosing a side. And even if you think you haven't, you have. Choose a side. We're not saying it's right or wrong. It's just going to show what's happened. And then when it's realised, I guess we'll see who was, I don't like saying this, right, or whatever you want to say, coming from the true truth. I'm just saying, for example, say the right side here, right hand is right, and this isn't. They will go, oh my God, we didn't realise, blah, blah, blah. And we'll go, yeah, it's okay. let's all get together, it's fine. Let's manifest this beautiful world. That didn't matter. We've all been deceived and lied to, so no one can say, ha 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 ha, because we've all been there at some point. I know we've gone through that name calling, that sort of, oh, stupid, and all that sort of, because we all go through that. Everyone goes through it. You've got to laugh at it, actually. Like when you wake up to certain awakenings and you want to smash everyone on the head and wake them up, and then you realise you can't do it because the only thing you can do is wake yourself up, be the light, and people will see you in a high frequency and want to be like that, because they'll get to the point, and this is what is happening, people are getting to the point where they're getting fed up with all this crap, and they know there's something going on innately inside them and they're sick of it. So who wants to go in? Nobody, I'm telling you now, nobody wants to go in 2021 feeling like some people did this year. I personally have been all right this year because I've been connecting, to other things. But the people who didn't know, they're not going to want it. They're just going to be like, do you know what? I'm not having this. Do you know what I mean? And they're going to be looking for people and things that are nourishing them. They're going to be looking for people that are helping them raise their vibrations and all that stuff. That's how I see it. So like I said, yeah, this split is happening, but like an elastic band, we'll all come back together. Maybe there'll be ones that don't, because I do think there'll be just ones that want to fight it all the way, because those people will be so locked in their ego, they don't want to look like they were wrong, they don't want to even look at it, they don't want to acknowledge it. But eventually they will do, because they'll see more people of a mass number, of a higher state of consciousness, all having fun, and bringing all this, it'll be like, right, okay. A bit like the Grinch at Christmas, do you know what I mean? He thought he'd ruined Christmas, didn't he? They thought they'd ruined Christmas. They haven't. They'll make it more high vibrating because people have missed each other. The Grinch, and then the Grinch realised he didn't mess Christmas up, and people still had what? The human spirit, because it's human spirit, that is going to save us all, because we're all saving ourselves. We're the ones we've been waiting for. Trump is just the manifestation of what's going on in the physical, bringing stuff out so people can see. But we are the ones that are doing it, and that's the God's honest truth. Doesn't matter if you say, yes, we're getting help from other realms of consciousness. If you're into stuff like I am, spirit realm, your ancestors, beings, whatever. But they're not doing it for us. They're just a bit of guidance. We've got to do it because we're on the physical plane. And all this is coming in anyway, but we're on the physical plane because this physical plane has to change. And it is. Truth wins, it does. And like I said at the beginning, the dream that I had about the nakedness of someone, it's getting down to your the naked bones of things, the true transparency. Trump's been transparent through everything. The people who don't believe him or see it are the ones who are following mainstream media and believing what they say. So, so I'm going to show you the cards now. Yeah, Dave, but you see, when we go into this new way, a lot of people will be wanting to reconnect outside as well, because when people's energy is going to change, it's going to be so much easier. I don't think it's going to change overnight. We're still going to be working at it, because everyone, you, me, everybody is working on yourself. This is what this whole thing is. You've got life lessons. Every cycle you go through, if you haven't learned something in this cycle, I don't know what to say. It's about looking back and reflecting and realising. This is why I say write things down in a journal, because you do forget. And thinking, I'm not taking that shit into next year. This is why you will see, I know you're going to see a difference with me when I come back after Christmas, because I feel that anyway, and I know what I don't want to take. So I'm not taking shitty, low vibrating people, things, comments, anything. People who moan about people deleting stuff and all that, it's not bothered. We're not taking it on a timeline, so it won't be there. So, and that's for me to do, in my realm of consciousness, what I want in my realm of consciousness, what I want going on within me. I don't want other people going on with me with their shitty energy. I want people that are high vibrational, coming with solutions and creativity, know that we're all sovereign. And it's funny when you think, the queen, the sovereign queen, yeah, money, greed and all that. Well, she isn't that anymore. She isn't even about. We're sovereign beings. We can pull in the abundance. We can have the energy of money and everything. But we are individual, sovereign beings that have the right to express however we choose, and then we come together when we want to connect and bring the solutions and different things, but you're allowed to express and expand on your journey how you wish to. And this is why I say you don't give a toss what other people think. You want to express yourself by wearing certain clothes. I know that's more of a, a material thing, but we've come here to express, and we've come here to manifest the material. That's what we do. We manifest the material. We manifest the physical. It comes into form. I mean, oh my God, what a magical alchemy thing that is to do. So, yeah, I am Drama Queen. I am I'm doing great. So, waves as I eat my salad. All right. But yeah, the cards today, they never come out as individual. They obviously for the collective of the soup that we're swimming in. But the first one I've got, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Didn't know we had 11 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there you go. Yeah, so we got Spirit Fox. Some would say the fox is cunning. Well, we've needed to be. Starseeds have needed to be quite cunning. So we've got Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Trust your talents, your gifts in these changing times. These times are changing. We're on a different timeline. Trust your talents, trust your intuition, trust in you. Because you're going to need these talents moving forward. And then we've got the Magic Guardian, and we've had this before, because the Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Your power within, oh my God, is so strong. We've got 33 thumbs up there. The magic within you is so strong, and people are coming online with themselves now. With that, they're starting to see little bits, and it will come in more and more the more you connect, and the more you have this nurturing time with yourself. And then we got the Direction Guardian. Choose your path. I just said before, you will be choosing your path. There will come a time, and it is here, that you will choose. But like I said, it's okay, because we're just going to see and we're going to come back together. But it has to be seen. Has to be seen. And see the compass in the middle. I didn't even know that was there. Your moral compass. We're going to see who's had the moral compass on like full charge, because some people haven't. And even in spiritual communities, and we're talking about big spiritual communities, not communities, platforms, people that you may have really thought were high up gurus. I mean, big gurus. You're your own guru, by the way. You're your own oracle. We all have this within us. We are God and Goddesses within. Your God and Goddess is screaming to get out. It's always there, helping you. Hold the line. Yeah, exactly. You're on that timeline. We hold it. Already won. We've already won. Mind, body, and spirit. The moon was funny, because it's a new moon today, and a new moon means new beginnings. Now, as I said before, the news platforms know that on a new moon they also harvest the magic, the energy, whatever you want to say, because they know about this. They just use their bad intentions. So that's why they wanted everyone fallen into the trap of fear. So it brings that within. Well, we're not, and I'll be doing an intention tonight for everybody. So that's in. Yeah, it's an information war, and that's why they say, a lot of people are saying that my internet was playing up today, and if there is darkness again, I think we might have had 10 days of ours. I don't know. I'm not, whatever. I know people have been talking about it, but just know that if something does happen, it's okay. You just retreat and rest, and just have faith that we come back online if it happens. But the many shocks are coming. But being in the dark also means the people who are in the dark are the people who are watching mainstream media. They're in the dark because they're not getting the full picture of everything. They're only getting what the news is putting out, the narrative, and that is being kept in the dark. They're not having the light shone on it. Oh, they will be doing soon, and then they're going to be shocked. And that's why we know that's why what they do. Also, can't pick this one up. It's not. We've got wait for the important information. By the way, snake sign isn't bad, by the way. Wait for the important information. Now, we've been waiting a long time, and I says patience is a virtue. It's got to be done at the right divine time. Everything happens at the right time, right divine time. It can't be rushed. Your initiation can't be rushed because you'll miss things. This is what's also going on in the physical, with what's going on the physical plane of what's happening in America, which flows everywhere anyway. So wait for the important messages. This is off spirit as well. So you're waiting for them important messages. Message to come in from when you wait, and you're in solitude with yourself sometimes. But and she has got a red scarf on her head, by the way. Just saying. You know, waiting, because you'll know what to do as soon as that drops. And then we've got Earth Guardian. Stay rooted and grounded, as I said before. You've got to stay rooted and grounded. You've got to anchor that light in as well. You know, so your energies aren't all flying off everywhere. Green, healing, heart chakra. And then we got, after that, we got the Mirror Guardian. As I've just said before, this is the time, before you go into 2021, to reflect. You need to look at what's been going on in this cycle. You need to look at you and what you've been doing and what you don't want to take forth into the new cycle of next year. Because if you don't get rid of it and you're not learning by your mistakes and sort of things you've been putting out and taking responsibility, it's you that brings everything to you. It's you that brings so-called bad energy to yourself by putting bad energy out or thinking bad thoughts. You take responsibility for what you've been putting out to people and so on and so forth. You need to reflect and get rid of the stuff. Remember we said about the fire burning? Just get rid of it. I used to do, well, I'll be doing it again, New Year, even though we know that's a bit, write it down and burn it. You can even put an intention down and you can burn it going into the new year, saying you're just releasing what isn't needed anymore. And then, yeah, I saw that, Mary, even though I've not been looking because obviously I know either way, we know what's coming, but yeah, I did hear that before, so yeah. Tides turning, people. And then we got the Page of Pentacles, which I just love this anyone because to me it's more like good things are coming in. You know, he's in balance with himself. He's not worried about a thing there. You know, he's just like, yeah. He's got orange on as well, which I see as enlightenment and, you know, within himself. I think it's a girl actually. Yeah, it's a girl. You know, doesn't look fussed. Doesn't look fussed at all. Does not look fussed. And the Pentacles is about abundance, so it's the abundance of you and what you're bringing in, you know, the good stuff, the good stuff when you're focusing on that. And then you've got like the King of Wands. You see this very strong, and this makes me laugh as well because it's red again. Republicans. Yeah, this one, I love this one because it's the King of Wands, and he's got his own wand there, magic, your energy. And if you can see, it's got like a crown burning on the top. He's enlightened to his own self, his own knowing, his own strength, his own, you could say Christ consciousness. And there's a line in the background, strength to stand your ground. You know, you can tell by he stood there like, you're not dimming my light. I know myself. I am the strength of the lion. I am enlightened within myself. And then the next one after that made me laugh because it's a bit similar. I was in the Emperor. You can be the Emperor and Empress. This stands for women as well. This is Aries sign as well, but he sat on Mars there. That's what he sat on. And you can see the little white chess game piece, white hats. And he's in red again, a bit like Trump. He knows. He's calm as F, sat there like, yeah, I've got the last checkerboard piece. Boom, the white, the light. And he's got source energy coming in. His own energy, source energy, spirit energy, godly energy coming in, waiting for the last hour, boom, to put that chess piece down. Very calm within himself. Very calm within himself. And red is a colour of action as well. No wonder Republicans are red. Action. Do you know what I mean? So that was beautiful. And I just thought, yeah, we're all sat there chilling like you have got the last checkerboard piece in your game, and it's up to you to make your moves. This game is it's your reality. You choose the next move to make, and when you're aware of that, you will make the right choices. And when you make the right choices, more of that godly energy, source flow will come into you, and better things will happen all the time because you're choosing the right things to do, say, and be. And then the overall card of that has been out and been out before, and we got it the other day, because it is of the overall of all this, number 11, which is 26 on here, which is 8, which is infinity, is the rainbow prince. All the hues of the rainbow that we are. Compensation, perseverance. We're going to get compensation for what's been going on and the time that we've spent waiting, as in, you know, patience as a virtue. And the compensation from above, from spirit, from the realms, from the non, you know, some people don't believe in. It's a compensation, and the perseverance we've had to persevere. A lot of people have had to persevere with this for a very long time. Yeah, I do, King. Yeah. And compensation, and we don't we don't necessarily mean in money, but we could end up with abundance, because that's what we can pull in, you know. Money's just energy, but compensation is peace, love, this beautiful knowingness, this you to your higher self, compensation of seeing this beautiful knowing that you know is there within you, and actually experiencing it and bringing it in, because you've persevered on your road, and you've not let anyone dim your light, or to say, you know, to go into their belief that if someone thinks something isn't real, or they think you're stupid, or whatever it is. You know, like to me, when, for example, when people say the orbs are dust and this, that and the other, and I'm like, no, I'm persevering, I'm walking forward on my path, I'm not letting you drag me back. If that's what you think it is, that's your perception. You go with your perception, and hopefully that might get you somewhere, but I'm going with mine. So yeah, why was you asking that, King? So yeah, so hi to everybody in chat. So sorry, I just had to go right onto that. Yeah, the ascension is the best compensation that anyone could ask for. Exactly. It's the best gift of your time here, of the Great Awakening and your ascension. If you're coming from that and knowing that beyond all that, it is about the ascension of omnipresence and the God and Goddess that dwells within you, because we do come from that, and there's a spark of God in you, God and Goddess. You know, there must have been a mother to birth as well, and the divine feminine rising right now, because it's like I was saying, and I was laughing yesterday when I said about He-Man and She-Ra. He-Man said, I have the power. She-Ra said, I am the power. We give birth. We create. Women are very powerful, and that's why they've always suppressed the women. You know, men who've wanted to put women down, I'm not talking about anyone in chat, they knew how powerful we were. So when women say we have a knowing because we felt that child within us. We had knowings when there was something being made in our void, our stomach, our womb. We had those knowingness of, you know, how we were feeling and how the child was feeling. We gave birth. Sorry, men don't know how that feels. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but we give birth. And Gaia is giving birth again, and we're going into a rebirth in 2021. It's a rebirth of you. You're the real you, not the one you were told you were at school or through your parents or whatever it was. The rebirth, the divine soul you. You are soul retrieving. You are going through your soulology. So I hope you all sort of get what I'm putting across. So like I said, if you're looking back in chat, come and get involved. One thing you've learned in 2021? I've learned what a powerful being I am. Oof, and I'm loving it. One thing, you need to get a journal and write these things down. There's loads, you know. One thing off you all in chat. What have you learned this year? Positive, because you don't want to be looking at anything negative. None of it is negative. It's a positive. It's really positive, even if you thought it was negative. because the whole lockdown's probably pushed you. Come on, let's see what we're all saying. I love women, no offence, guys, but I'm glad I don't know. You know what I mean? And that's no thingy. We know it's been a very man-made world and the divine feminine has risen, but it's to be in alignment with each other, to merge, not to be above. But there was a suppression of her. Yeah, there's all that going on, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about what if one thing. Look, have a think now. What is the one thing you've learned this year? To confront oneself and take responsibility for it. Brilliant, Zal, because that is what it's all about, is confronting and taking responsibility. Not blaming others, like I've had people trying to blame me for their discomfort and their disease within themselves. It's you take responsibility for your realm of consciousness. Learning to love myself again, yes, that's brilliant, because you do. I've learned that as well. That's a hard thing for people to do, and that's not, oh, I love myself. It's like, oh my God, I'm from God, goddess. What? Why wouldn't you? God is love. The power of your perception and response to each situation creates everything. Yes, it does, Lynn. That's beautiful. And this is why we have such a great chat, do you know what I mean? People knowing, and that's why the world is changing, because people know and they're starting to understand it, starting to get it. Getting to know my real self. Yes, Andy. And isn't it a beautiful thing when you get to know your real self? This is the beauty of it. And you try and tell people, it's so hard sometimes because they just think like, what are you going on about? Knowing yourself. It's like, oh, Dolly, I find everything makes sense with my journey after this year. Yes, Leona, I said this the other day. If you've not come to a sense of yourself of this year, of really everything making sense, like I've said, you look back, just like Q has said, future proves the past. You look back and think, oh my God, not even this year, you look back from when you were a kid, everything makes sense to me. But this year, I really came into my higher self because it's totally just gone, oh my God. The aha moments that everyone's talking about, and it is, and it's beautiful. And that's why I do feel sorry for people who don't understand this and can't see it. They will do, and they'll come through theirs like everybody else does, but it's just beautiful. And I know people have been through that process as well. Some people have forgot and some people need to get back on it, because some people get to a place and they think they've done it all. No, you don't. You have many awakenings, and we're going to keep awakening, because I do believe we're supposed to live a lot longer, and there's many awakenings and realms of consciousness we can go to and be at, and we'll be learning beautiful things all the time. And the way this world is going, we've all got to relearn anyway. We're having a rebirth, we're having relearning, reprogramming, everything's redoing everything, but not in a recycled sense. Power of taking time out in nature, yes, that's beautiful. I've also learned that I'm at peace with myself. Yeah, I've learned that. I feel like you and I were having a nice chat. I've learned to trust myself. That's brilliant, Rob, and that's one of the biggest things, your intuition and learning to trust your inner guidance, because you've got people telling you stuff out there. You've got the news telling you this, that and the other, but when you really tune in, you know yourself. You can go to your solar plex and all that. At the end of the day, this is why I say, it doesn't matter what I'm saying, it doesn't matter what other people are saying, it's you and what and trusting yourself and your inner guidance and your intuition. You get a lot of people coming up when you're turning into a supernova and you're shining your light. You will get people trying to bring you down. They don't like it. They can't stand people rising. Especially that side. They can't stand people rising in their own supernova light. We're starlight people. Starlight. This year I really know who I need to avoid. That's one of the biggest things. You know who you need to avoid. Friends and family, they'll come round in the end, and I think there'll be a reunited sort of thing on that thing. But yes, and you need to, you do, focus in self-strength, because that's why I said you have to have boundaries. You can't let everybody take your energy, tell you what you are and what you aren't, and so on and so forth. And I'm back, and I celebrate people raising their vibration. And I celebrate that as well, because like I've said before, I am looking at people. There's people I see and I feel sorry for them. But I know they'll come around, like I said, friends and family, they will come around. But I'm cheering people on. I'm like, oh my God, there's people cheering me on. There's people we're cheering them on and them on. It's like, yes, oh my God, people are coming into themselves. It's a beautiful thing to see. If you're not seeing that, and you're not one of them people who want to cheer other people on, What are you? Who are you? Who are you? Just do me and not caring what others think. Yeah, exactly, Sue. What card pulled for me was spot on. I can't even remember what it was. But this is what I'm saying. Just let me look at my notes, because I didn't look at them, because I never need to. I don't rarely write notes, but I do automatic writing, so... and that's a way of meditation as well. You can meditate in very many different ways. No one's got the right to tell you how to meditate. You can meditate out in nature. You can sit. You can write. It's about getting out of your mind's way, really, and coming to peace. And coming to your spirit soul self. Whatever quietens your mind down, writing and drawing does that for me, and that's when things normally come in. So don't let anyone tell you there's a wrong or right way, because there isn't. I'll just read out what I did put and see if I covered it. See if it came out naturally anyway. Yeah, where we go on, we go all. Yeah. So, I was also gone for a few minutes. I was... Oh, you went for a brew. Even the Obo electrician who just came into the computer room here at work is waking up heaps and would never have thought... And would never have thought... This is what I mean. There's a lot of people seeing people wake up now that they didn't think they'd wake up before. You can even meditate with your eyes open. Yes, you can. You can do walking meditation. So like I said, it's what suits you. It's what nourishes you. There isn't a right or wrong way. Years ago, you see with this spiritual thing going on of gurus and stuff, they'll tell you, oh, you've got to do this and it's got to be done that way. No, it hasn't. And old stuff has fell anyway. We're bringing in new stuff. It still means there's things from the ancient times that we're bringing in, but we can funk it up a little bit. It's whatever gets you out of your way. So don't let anyone tell you. Yeah, it's beautiful to see. Always feel great joy when people grow spiritually. That's what I think, Colin Smith. I believe people have seen that within me on my path on YouTube, and the thing is, because I can go back and watch myself, I've seen it within myself anyway, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I can actually give myself praise. I just feel like giving myself a big hug. You should all do it now. Of like, oh my God, Dolly, Janine, oh my God, give yourself a bit of praise. You were doing it. You were on the right path and you were slowly plodding along with it, and, you know, supernova next year. So I'm just going to read out what I did write, and let's see if I actually did say what I put. By now, most of this is when I'm automatic writing, it just comes out dead fast and dead scruffy. And that's why I never end up reading it half the time, because I'm thinking, what did I put? By now, most of you hopefully are in the knowing that this period we are in now is for rest and recuperation for you. Yeah, to do it, you know. Oh yeah. Well, there's a thing with, you know, we're going from the whole self to the service to others. You're doing, thank you. So by now, most of you hopefully are in the knowing that this period we are in now is for rest and recuperation for you. Mainly to gather up what now keeps you in alignment of your happiness within yourself. What has kept you sane and calm and relaxed? I'm going to ask that question at the end of this, so think about that. So by now, you should be pulling more of that into yourself. So more of the what keeps you into yourself. Soul retrieval, what makes your soul happy. With a lot of grounding, or I like to say anchoring. So when you catch yourself drifting away, you know, for example, in mainstream media or getting caught with other negative energies out there, when you find yourself drifting off to, let's say, MSM, in the illusion, you are aware and you can pull yourself out of the low vibrating realms and lift back up to your higher vibrating realm frequencies, which is what you choose to help bring in the energy. No wrong or right way. It's what helps you raise your vibrations, whatever that is, do it. It's also a new moon, which is the last of this cycles, as I was just saying before. Stand for new beginnings. So put your intentions out, because this is so important, as the new cycle incoming is a new beginning, like no one's seen, on a level of awakening consciousness, on a level never seen before. And that awareness is peace on all realms. That's my realm of consciousness, your realm, everybody's realm. And that's why the world will be in peace. You know, working on this, and others. This has already happened. It's already happened. We're already anchoring it. There's no doubt it happened. Manifestation, people. Peace is here because it's spirit finding self. I don't know what I put there. Self something. It's spirit finding self, you finding you again. Because your higher self does sort of play hide and seek. When this manifests within you, and I can't see anything yet, when you are aware, you are the creator of your reality that you put out in the past. What you've put out in your past is where you are today. So if you've had a bit shit of time, you might have to look back at what you've been doing. This is why I said check your cycles and get rid of the shit. And you know, past has brought in where you are now. It manifests into the physical, material plane as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. So if you want your future to be good, you have to be the vibration now. And it'll come forth. So that's what I put on there. I don't think, did I put anything else? I've got something on the back. Yeah, this new cycle is about soul work. That's what I said. I think I've covered everything anyway without even looking at my notes. When you do your soul work, you want it for others as well. So whatever intentions you're putting out, you want that it is for everybody else as well. That's why if you sell your soul, these people who've sold the soul, you work for another. And it's their interest, not your interest, not anyone of it's their interest. And not for yours. You are a slave to them. You know, these people have sold the soul. They can't, you know, think you know what I'm saying. As I said, 2021 to me is a soul retrieval. It's an anchor. It's be a giver of soul healing in the soul suit that we're all in, of the soul symphony we are all playing in. What instrument are you playing? Are you playing a good tune? Because if you ain't, you need to tighten them strings up or sort them out and get tuning yourself right in to, you know, a good tune. Because when we all start playing together, beautiful harmonies. So, yeah, I said, what have you learned about 2020? Remember, it was seeing anyway, and it was not just seeing what's going on outside, it was also seeing what's going on with you. It's both connected. Remember to... Oh, what did I put there? Remember to... Oh yeah, to remember to hurt another is to hurt yourself. That's why I say what you are is what you attract. So be careful of what you're transmitting, putting out, because you will receive it. You will receive the transmission you put out. So you put a transmission out to someone and you'll get it received right back. I also put what I was learning, a couple of things I was learning is giving. Giving. I give a lot on here. I give to people outside as well, you know, off here. Learning to receive more and hold space. You know, and it's been hard. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It can be, you know, it has been, but not now. Powerful. I'm powerful. I'm a powerful goddess. I have a powerful goddess within. I'm strong, I'm creative, I'm talented, I'm confident in my knowing now, and I can say all them things and not be like, oh, you're bigging yourself up. I'm bigging myself up. Why not? You should. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, it's because it's like, I am talented, I am creative. Most of us are. I know myself. I now trust myself, my instincts and my intuition. Bring 2021 on. That's all I can say. So that's my message for today. Yeah. So the question I was going to ask again is, I haven't seen anyone's chat, sorry, is, what was it? What was the other one? Was there another one? There was another one, but why can't I see it? Why is it not there? as I just say, we've done the what have you learned, but what was the other one? Just knowing there is a greater good out there, God, source, creator, keeps me, exactly. And when you know that, you can't be brought down. Busy playing music and dancing in the kitchen. Yay! Oh, and the song that's been in my head all day, because you should sing out what comes in from Spirit Realm. Oh yeah, I found it. Was, get ready. Cause your love is lifting me higher. Ooh, higher, higher and higher. Cause your love's lifting me. Ooh, higher, higher and higher. And then you go off on one, don't you, when you start singing in kitchen, you're like, cause your love keeps lifting me. Oh, it keeps on lifting me. Oh, it keeps on lifting me higher. And then you get more vibrations and you're like, cause your love. That's what I do. Just had to share that. I bet you're all singing it now. Cause your love is lifting me higher. And then, you know I always end up singing at some point. I'm not saying I'm a singer, I'm just saying I'm not afraid to do it. I don't care. So, what has kept you sane, calm and relaxed in 2021? Let's see if you can answer that one before I go. Because it's been a crazy year, people. What has kept you calm, sane and relaxed with everything that's been going on in this cycle? And then I'm going to show you before I go what this is for, as someone was asking. And this is something I'll be doing over the Christmas period. Because all the masks are coming off. Whoop! Whoop! And all those masks will be coming off as well. Anyone saying anything? Chat? My chat's not moving. So let's just let me check in case the internet's playing it up. Because I'm not getting anything. So if it looks like I'm not seeing anything, I'm not. Let me go over and check. Because I'm sure you're talking. I can't see anything. No. Right. It's playing games again. Right. Yeah, you're all talking and nothing's moving on my side. So let's see what you've put. It's crazy, your accent goes away when you sing, yeah. And knowing that our future will be amazing from Leona, yes. Stop thinking helps me. Meditation and staying in the heart as much as possible. Karen. Dolly Daydream Dave. I was thinking last night of arranging with help an end of the year blowout hangout, being as 2020 was a difficult yeah, I bet there's a few people doing that. I'm just catching my breath. Yep, a lot of people doing that. What was the 55 5x5? I'm excited for next year. It's definitely going to let me know who my true self is. Exactly. Being at home and away from the hustle and bustle has been good. Yeah, it's been soul nourishing, that has. Continued love from my heart and from others to me. Susie Q. Walking mountains and forest trails is Dobsy there. Yeah, that's brilliant. I'm getting some hiking boots. I need some. Ironic the deep state creating yeah. I heard you and said, yeah, we've heard that. Someone saying other stuff about Bill. I'm just like, yeah, well, it's all coming. So yeah, the best show ever. Exactly. It's getting out in nature. Yeah. So some of you have answered that in there. I'll just put that down because I can't see it. So what I'm going to do with this is, you could say everyone's been wearing a mask and they're taking it off, and I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about, we're going to see who's who and what's what. But this isn't that sort of mask. This is going to be an art mask, which I'm going to paper mache on the front because it looks a bit weird. So I'm going to fill it in a bit more so it looks a bit more fleshed out. And then I'm going to paint it black inside. So if anyone wants to do this just as a creative thing, it's quite good to do it. They're only £1 from in the UK, like The Works or whatever. You can probably pick them up online. It's just a paper mask, but I've got like some sort of like paper clay stuff that I'm going to sort of build up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it black on the inside, and the outside it's going to be all like, the inside's going to be what I thought I was, what I was told I was of others, family, whatever, what you think you were, what the society sort of tried to tell you you are, which we know is false. So you paint it black and you sort of write words in, or you can stick words in off magazines or whatever. So this is of what you thought you were. And it's not the other way around of like representing what's within and the mask that you show without. No, we're going away from that. We're bringing that in with ourselves, that of what we thought we were, and we're just transmuting it and letting it go, and so we can flow, because we're transforming into a butterfly. It is all alchemy. So the mask on the outside now will be the true us. It is the true divine self. So years ago it may have been, when people say you're wearing masks, because a lot of people have been unhappy in their lives, wear a mask on the outside of pretending that they're happy when really within they're not. This is the reverse, because this is what's happening. So we're taking all that within. Love thyself that was before. Like if you thought you weren't worthy, you thought you were, whatever them harsh words were, look at them. That's looking at yourself as well. That's reflecting. But I am not that now. I am not that now. You can write a little thing at the bottom. I am not that now. I release and let go. It's just another tool, visual one, because I love doing art and stuff. And then this one can be so beautiful, and I'm going to show you it when we come back in the new year. So this is something I'll just be working on whenever. I might have to get Finn one so he can do his own little thing over the Christmas holidays. And then if you build it up, you can put glitter on it, flowers if you're really into nature. Remember when we did the hands and we did the whole like you before and the higher self, you sort of future higher self, that will always change because you're always changing, and that one will become the past, and then you move on, and you'll have loads of hands if you kept doing that. You can do that with this. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat, so I'll have to look at chat, see what you're saying. So I'll check chat in a minute. So see the white mask, and she wants to paint it black. Yeah, in the inside, because that's your darker thoughts of what you thought you were. And then this one's going to be whatever. It can be eccentric, it can have flowers coming out of it, all the things that you are bringing into yourself, what you love, nature. Your higher self can look so whimsical or whatever, because it's you, it's the love, it's, do you know what I mean? You decorate it with the just joy, and enjoy doing it. And that's the real you are presenting to the world right now. Your starlight, you are a spark of the divine. So you are putting your best face forward now, not the one you try to hide. When you come in on your spiritual path, you will shine with more joy and more happiness. And it's not a false happiness, it's not a false light. Something just twinkle over there. It's not a false light, do you know what I mean? This is this true self now. Some people have kept their true self within them because they didn't want people to see their divine spark. Now is not the time to do that. This is why I say it's different. We are showing ourselves. Because the more you show yourself and you show up for yourself, you are also showing up for people who see that, and they'll show up for themselves, and they'll want to take their masks off, and these ones, and realise what is going on. So this is representing that, which is also manifesting of the takedown of the masks of what's been going on this year, because that is going to go. That is not going to go on into 2021. It's not going to go on for much longer. So if anyone gets what I'm saying with that whole thing. So if you want to do that, you can draw on these if you're not going to sort of paper mache it. But this is the thing you could do with your kids as well. I mean, if they're younger kids, they don't really have to do the inside thing. They can just pretty it up, and then you could just do a bit of work within yourself. And you could hang it up and just remind yourself of where you are now. The one you are becoming now, not what you thought you was. What was the title I said? Not what you don't want to be. I can't remember what I put in my title. The one you are becoming. And you'd be working on that every day and every cycle. You fall off, you get back on it. Do not judge yourself or put yourself down every time a frequency brings you down a little, but just get back on it. So I'm going to see what you're saying in chat, and then I'm going to pull a card and do a little thing out of my book. Yeah, we are the children, we are the ones that make it better, change. So let's start living these as a choice. Yeah, it's a Michael Jackson. Because you're supposed to live your life, people. People have not been living. I've not done that in the past. We live. Every moment. And Susie Q, if you know what I'm saying about a certain book you sent me, I can't believe it was the guy off Highway to Heaven. I was like, the man off Little House in the Prairie. Live every moment. I'm going to find it now. I'm not going to show what it is. You know what I'm saying? People getting triggered. I'm just going to find a little quote. You remember when I was talking about the Highway to Heaven, the guy off that? I can't believe it was in this book. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I'm just resonating with everybody. That's, you know, that goodness, the goodness, godliness. So let me just see if I can find it. There's a little thing I just want to throw out. And it says, if I can find it. Oh, that's, I had to laugh that was in it. I was like, what? It's talking about Highway to Heaven. If I can find it. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Here it is, right. The guy who did Little House on the Prairie, now it was really funny because I've been watching Highway to Heaven and I'm going to be watching a few more this week. And it's 52 and 52, so there's that validation there. And it's not that every flipping celebrity is bad, because that's a load of rubbish. He always was in things, and he produced Highway to Heaven himself to put that beautiful message out about helping thy neighbour and helping others around you helps them to help others as well, because that's what we're all doing. And the guy who was on Little House in the Prairie, called Michael Landon, funny enough, who I was talking about, the father of the TV series Little House on the Prairie as well, which I used to watch as a kid and loved, you know, because that's how people should be. Might seem a bit old-fashioned to people. In this last interview before he died prematurely of cancer, he urged us to live every second. Live every second. Stop arguing with people and going on. Live every second. Live your life. Live in the now. You know, I've said before, if you're depressed, it's because you're living in the past and you're not letting go of stuff. You're just regurgitating and going on about it and acting like a victim. Let go of it. What's it doing for you? Nothing. It's just bringing in shit energy. Thinking too much of the future will give you anxiety. That's why a lot of people are, why, when's it happening? What, when, what, time? What's it? No, you're living in the now. The now. The now moment right now. 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 That's why we say it's already happened now. It's already done. So mote it be. So, just saying. And then, sorry, I'm not reading chat again because I keep thinking it's up there and it's not up there. So, what you're saying. Yeah, time is accelerating. I've said that. I don't even know where it's going. Every time it's Monday, I wake up tomorrow and it's Pigging Friday. But that's good. That is a good thing. What is time? We're going quantum, baby. And we don't mean in a bad way if everyone's been spouting out about this, that, and the other about quantum. It's like, bloody hell, people. Anyway, quantum healing. Oh yeah, I'm looking for this book, you know, where I just pick a page. I've got my book, and then I'm going to pick some cards out the work your light, seeing as we're working our light. So I'm going to try and move my other cards out of the way. I'm going to bring you down to a level so maybe you can see me doing the cards, because it's nice to see doing the cards. If I can lower you to a lower level, I'm not sure. Maybe not. I might have to. Oh, that's cutting my head off. Yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. Sorry, boobage going on there. Not sorry. No, I can't do it. I should have been at a table, but never mind. What's going on with this bloody thing? Right. I'll just have to do it and see what card comes out. So, anyway. I'll check chat in a minute. So, I'm going to do work your light. Work your light. Work your light. That's what you're supposed to be doing, working your light. Not working anybody else's light, working your own. Don't worry about anybody else's. Right. Let's see. I wonder if I can move, but actually, I might be able to do this. I might be able to do it if I move further back, maybe. Yeah, I could do it from here, but let's see. I've got a dress on today in the middle of winter, but whatever. Right. I can't see chat at the minute, so I wanted to show you something that, let me see, if I move you back I might be able to get in the shot of a card shuffle. Let me just see. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. You still can't see. Oh, Jesus. Right, now you can. You can see the top of my head. You can see my mouth moving anyway, but let's see. I've been waiting for this time for a very long time. Yeah, we've all been waiting for this time for a very long time. So, quite hard to get a grip of these cards sometimes because they're quite big. But let's see if she can do it. Woo! She did do it. She did it. She did it. More shuffle. Dolly, you were my beacon of light this year. I just want to say thank you from my heart. You're welcome, Dave. You know how to rein you in. Right. Let's go for 3. Ooh. Oh, nearly. Nah. You're on from Spirit. What's the message from the light? What are we doing? Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Another one. Try and get 3. I like to have the 3. Oh, and that one. Another one. Okay, so we've got a few more than 3, so let's see. Bring you back in. Doodle-doo. Let's see what we got. So, I don't know what you're saying in chat, but I keep getting visitors, don't they know I'm watching, Dolly? Or is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah. Right, so we got, let me just get them in order. Oh, so, not seeing them yet. Right, I need to put me back against this bed because it's aching because I've been sat here on the floor. So, let's have a look before I go. We've got, oh, birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, as I was talking about before, dreaming a new world into being. Well, that's what we're doing. We're manifesting a new world into being by anchoring what we want and speaking it out and anchoring it and having no doubt. That is what I said. And that is what is happening. Connected to source, you get the right cards coming in. Get grounded. I spoke about that. We all know we should be doing this. Empaths, highly sensitives connect with nature. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, get out in nature. Next one was boundaries. Well, I was talking about boundaries and I've been talking about boundaries for quite a while because where do you need to establish your boundaries? See her in the middle? She's putting hands out like saying, motherfuckers, do one. Because see all the hands trying to grab her? Trying to grab a light, trying to grab them little cords that she's anchoring because they can't stand it when you're in your light and they will try to distract you. And that's why I say you will never see me getting distracted in chat anymore about anything because I'm not holding that frequency going on into the new year. After that, we are the transformation, which I was talking about before. It's a transformation within us all. It's the soul retrieval. It's the soulology work we are doing. fixing your, healing, your DNA, everything. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level. No shit, Sherlock. Deep healing. Oh, yes. And there's going to be a lot of deep healing. Oh, she's got that pinky sort of glow. That colour that I said, the flashes I was getting. I had a lot of sparks in last night, a lot of divine sparks. And this is good as well. It says no, but it says wait, postpone, pause, say no. We're all... So I say pause a little bit. Pause from the TV if you shouldn't be watching the news and all that. It looks a bit destructive, this card, saying no, but, we are climbing our Jacob's ladder to higher realms of consciousness. That's what, the pyramid stands for as well. It's not all evil, as people like to think it is. Say no, wait. Wait before you... for example, people who jump into like mainstream media, wait before you respond, breathe and think, is this, do you know what I mean? Don't just jump straight into it. Postpone that immediate reaction you would have, because that's not where we're going. We're starting to learn to calm down a bit, not react because they want you to react and they want you react in a bad way. I've had that before where people have tried to get me to react on air. There's certain things that was going on and I didn't react, I made a response. A response is different to reacting, because if you react in a bit of a negative way, they siphon your energy off you. And even if, when I'm learning that with myself as well, when I've been a bit, even if you don't mean it that way, it can siphon energy off people. So, slow down, wait, postpone, pause, and yes, you are allowed to say no. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to say no to people you've been friends with for ages. You're allowed to say no, because you are in a nurturing... We're coming out of the cocoon stage now. We all know that. It's the transformation within. It's the butterfly. We've been a caterpillar, chomping around. We went into the cocoon this year. We're seeing ourselves for who we truly are now. We've been nurturing ourselves, and we are gonna transcend, ascend with the transformation within us, which is alchemy, into the beautiful butterfly. And that's why I say, when you do the mask, you are showing now the true you. And if you know thyself and you know how strong you are and you know that power within and you're delighted with what you're seeing within yourself, show that. So yeah, so I just want to put that out there. And then, where's the book? Yeah, the book that I'm just going to flip through. Let's see where the book takes us today. I'm going to go with this page. Oh, number 7. No joke. You ready? Trust is a bond between two people that is found only when they are able to listen and understand where the other person is coming from. And me and my fellow have been talking about this. That to me is the key to friendship and relationships, and that's what me and Susie Q were talking about before, weren't we? Relationships between family and friends and significant others and colleagues are complicated and full of learning. Funny, because this is what we're talking about, learning experiences. Nobody comes into this world knowing everything. We all go through different experiences, make mistakes, have successes, and then make more mistakes that we can learn from, because that's what it's all about. You've got to take responsibility. The ability to trust and listen to the people in your life is the foundation of all healthy relationships are built on. Goal. When talking to friends, make sure you are really listening, be present to what they have to say and aren't distracted by something else. You owe that to them, and you would want the same in return. I've had to learn that because I've always been quite blah 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 blah. Because I talk quite fast, and that's the thing of when I sort of get downloads in, I see now as well, but also because I used to think, oh my God, I'm going to forget like what I'm saying. That's why I say write things down sometimes, because things come in and it's like I just have to go blah blah, like when I go in the flow. But that's another thing that I've had to learn, is to be present with people. And even if sometimes you're not in agreement, you can still be present with what they're saying. And like I said, you can agree to disagree. That's fine. You're allowed to say, no, I don't agree, but I will agree to disagree. That's fine. So, yeah, trust is it. Yeah, so I hope you all liked the info I was giving, and that was just what was coming into me today, and what's going on, I believe, with the collective consciousness, because it is about the consciousness, and it is where we're going when we wake up to our, our true selves. And it now is the time to, you know, have fun, laugh, smile. I've been doing that anyway. Nurture yourself. I've been saying this for months, with everything that raises frequency, because it is needed now with all this energy coming in. They want to pull you down. You have got to pump it out like never before. So you are the lighthouse blasting that light out. That's why, like Sue said, it has mirrors to blast more light out. That's what you're doing. You are going to be present at Christmas, in the presence of Christmas with your family. Even if you think, oh my God, be present with people. Look at them like, even if you think they're still asleep, so just think, there's my family, my family. I am being present with them, and I'm going to have a really good Christmas this year, more than ever, because people will be thinking that because of what's happened this year. They're going to want to make this Christmas a good Christmas because people have felt so down and stuff. So, activity in the sky, there's loads going on. I know sometimes in the UK we don't get to see much, but it's just, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to observe wherever you're observing, on the net, off the net, wherever, observing. I just come across, the same syncing up with what people are saying, like, whatever I was talking about yesterday or whatever it was, and then Infinite Waters came on, and obviously talking about the same thing, because it's all the consciousness of what's going on. And people knowing that, we're saying let go, let go. We're not taking, and me and Susie Cute were talking about this morning, then Ralph Smart came on and said the same thing. It just makes me laugh, because we are all manifesting this, is we're not taking shit ass energy into next year. So this is why I said you will see a difference with me in next year. I'm not getting involved in chat as, I'll get involved with chat, but I'm not getting involved with chat as people who come in to try and distract chat. That's why I said the other day, I'm not getting into anything if it's not about the chat that I'm talking about, because I've learned what that is and how it works with some people. I'm not saying anybody who's in chat. I'm not getting caught up with anyone else's business, because that's their business. I've said and said before, if you don't like me, or you don't like my frequency, you shouldn't be watching. So any negative ass energies, which we'll be deciphering next year anyway, when people realise, take responsibility. When people moan about people deleting people's comments, if you're a negative energy, you will be deleted. I'm not taking your shit into my realm or realm of consciousness. I might even stop commenting on the comments after, just so I'm not looking at stuff. So, it's nice for people to put nice comments, but if you're a person who just likes to antagonise people and put shitty comments out, I'm not talking about anyone in chat, by the way. People just come across my chat. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not taking your energy into my realm, because it's not needed and I don't want it, and we are moving away from that. And if you're still in that and you find that fun to take people down, to be like that, it says a lot about yourself and what sort of energy you want to reside in. So if you want to reside in that energy, go and find a channel that's full of crap, full of hate, hating on people and doing all that, and that's where you'll reside. And if that's what you want to bring in, that's what you'll manifest. Don't blame others if you start getting diseases or illnesses, or finding that you're attracting really crappy things in your life, because that's what you're focusing on. So, that will be said for the last time, because it's not my focus to be talking about that. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that, Dave. I don't know, like, what I'm supposed to be doing, like, but I'll find out about that. Like I said, there's new things to come in the new year with what I'm going to be doing and bringing to you. So, when people go, oh, Dolly's changed again, like, she just, like, oh my God, she isn't like what she was before. No, because I'm flowing. And I'm a fish, by the way. Jesus was Pisces. I'm going with the flow, and what I find nurturing to me, I'm going to show you. So if you see me doing some bringing in something that maybe you've not seen me do before, oh well, I'm evolving. It's like the cards. I've been doing these for years. If Sue's still in chat, I've been doing these when I did Witchy Ways. I've been doing these for years. I used to pull cards and that, and I've had decks for don't know how long I've had them for, but I'm bringing them more in because they are syncing up, because I do connect them with cards, and I'm connected to my higher self and other things that's going on. And like I said, I just bring in, I do what I want to do, and I bring in what I love, and I just bring it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, oh well. Oh, thank you, Lois. Yeah, I'm going to be doing something. I don't know what yet. And I'm going to be doing that with the Zoom thing, and I think yeah, there'll be something. This is why, like I said, I'll probably be on once or twice again this week, and that's it. That is it. I'm disappearing till after Christmas. I'm going doing my thing. I'll be putting ideas together that I want to bring in. I won't be telling anyone what they are. till they manifest on my paper, and I'll be bringing it in because I've been seeing what people have been doing out there. So yeah, I'll be working on that. So I'll be working on me, the things that I want to bring in for next year for you, giving to you. And I'm just going to be relaxing, enjoying my present and everything that's, the things that are coming. So I don't think I won't be seeing, with what's going on, all the energies that are coming in, being present with me and my fella, my children, and the Christmas and that energy that's being drawn in. So I need to go and do that and nurture and bring those energies. I don't want to be missing all that by getting caught up with stuff. So like I said, I'll be maybe doing 1 or 2 more videos this week, and then that's it. And I normally do this near Christmas anyway. And I'm going chilling out. And I'm not feeding into nothing, because I'm going feeding myself with my soul light, my soul energy, and bringing that in to be an exploding supernova next year. That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, so thanks all for coming in. You can see all the mods there, like mod. Have we all turned into a mod? What's going on there? All I can see is mods. What? That was mad. It was just like full of mods, like everyone had turned into. I'm 52 this week. Oh, well, happy birthday for you this week. Oh, that's 7. 7, that number that follows me. 7 heaven. Who wants to make a bet? Dolly will break her rule. I know, that's the only thing. Just don't take me up on that, because if something fantastically happens, I'll be like, I'm not really supposed to be on, so I'm just going to hide in the kitchen or in the bedroom at Christmas, and I'll be like, so yeah, we know that's probably won't happen, but I'm going to try, do you know what I mean? I am going to try, unless there's a boom, you know what I'm saying? But even with that, maybe I'll just try and not, and come back in the new year like, hey, what did you see? Which might be quite fun, if you get what I'm saying. I'll be like, yeah. And thank you to the people that came in last night and was like, yes, Dolly, I've been watching for a few years, and what you've said's been coming in, and I was like, thank you. I wouldn't have been saying things just to put things out to be popular or get subs or whatever, because it's not about that. So like I said, I'm going in a different direction next year, and hopefully most of you will be coming with me. I guess we'll see. So I'm going to go now, because I'm going to go and chill out and read a bit of a book before I go to bed. Yes, Sue's still there. Sue, yes, so Sue knows I've had cards for quite a while, and I've got where is it? I've got quite a few bits, crystals and bits, and I've had this pendulum for a long time, and it's funny because everyone's been talking about pendulums lately. We've had Dharma Life podcast who've been talking about pendulums. We've had, I think it was JCK, I always get name mixed up, JCK, I think if Sal was in here, she was talking about pendulums. I think it was today, because I'd only got in half of it, and I've had this for, I don't know how long. It's a moonstone one, and I've got bits and bobs like that, so I have shown them before, and maybe I'll show mine again and what I do with it. But yeah, I don't show you everything, but I do have my little bits and bobs, and that goes in my little, the little bags I was selling, little crystal pouch that these just fit in, with a little crystals on the side. I think I had one of these left, just so if you're travelling or whatever, you can have your little bag. But yeah, I have quite a few bits and bobs. Oh, and these are new earring design as well. They are angel earrings with rose quartz on. If anyone's interested, they'll be going up soon, but it'll be slowing down before Christmas with what I've been doing, because obviously Finn finishes school this week on the 18th, the last day of Hanukkah. And yeah, we'll just be enjoying my time with him and family and stuff. So yeah, so over the rainbow, yeah. I've been feeling the pull to deeply meditate a bit different than I've been doing, and take papers which were different topic and spend time. Yeah, do whatever your intuition is telling you what to do, because there's no right or wrong way of meditating or anything anyway. Oh, Dolly, we'll miss you, but you may have the itch. I may do, but I'm going to try and do it for myself, because I need to get off and, work on what I want to bring in the new year, because, I come on here and I'm on for quite a long time. So I could say it's nearly 11. Could leave it on the 11, couldn't I? Thank you. Have a good evening. Thanks for all you do, Dolly. Much appreciated. Love and blessings. Thank you, Leona. Thanks for everyone in chat as well, because it's you giving me a frequency as well. Don't think you're not doing anything because you're just in a chat. You are. Like I said, it's a bit of a different thing when you're doing a live chat to just doing a recorded chat. Sometimes I think I wish I could, but I don't have a lot of memory to do it like that. But then again, I think I'd miss live chats because it's good to communicate and see what people are saying. It does get you triggered a bit more sometimes, but it's a good learning too, I think, as well. And that's what I've been learning as well. It's been good for me because it'd be so much easier to do pre-recorded and not get the sometimes what you get sometimes, but it's a learning because it's showing you strength and like, can you do it, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm lagging behind by, if you're all off air. We're not off air yet, I think I'm lagging. I ain't even coming up on there. So like I said, thanks all for coming in. I'm not going to shout everybody's name out tonight because I'm tired. Can I say you've blown me away? Well, thank you, Rob Smith. Well, I saw you over at Red Phil Pill, just disconnected. I know Red Pill Phil, he lives around the corner from me, literally, and that was through just my whole journey of meeting Phil, and it's bonkers. But see, Phil, I don't know if you got Brick Girl on, but I did see the title of it. It's more of a consciousness going on than more people believe. It's not what's going on in the news. There's so much behind it. It's so layered, and that's that's why when I saw you say what you said in Phil's chat, I was like, come over and see what we've been talking about of the higher states of consciousness, because behind all that is your spiritual awakening, and when you realise that, you'll be a lot happier within yourself. And it's all about taking responsibility, reflecting on this cycle, and not taking meaning. If you've seen something in your cycle and old patterns that you've not been changing, if they're not working for you, you need to get rid of them now. Get rid of any past. The past doesn't define who you are now, so get rid of it. It doesn't matter what's happened in your past, what you've done, what you've said. Give it healing, forgive, even if you're forgiving in your head. Let go. The past does not define who you are now, no matter what told you or who told you. Yeah, Red Pill feels awesome, so go and check his videos out. He's a great guy. He's fun and uplifting. And look at that and think, well, if that's not working for me, you need to do something new. That's why we are going to a new world in a new way, because that wasn't working for us before. It was working for them. So, look at your cycle this year and think, what has worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. That's why I said with the spiral up and spiral down, what's put you in a lower state of frequency, a higher state of frequency, you're always going to the higher state of frequency. It will help you flow better. So really, coming into the new year, you need to be around people that keep you in a high frequency. Everything that keeps you there, job-wise. That's why people going about losing their jobs, which isn't good, but maybe they're coming out of jobs that they really didn't like. So there's all this stuff going on. But it's all about working on yourself in every cycle and realising when certain energies are coming in from the planets and you could say portals of the winter solstice and all the different solstices and things like that going on. There's so much to learn, and it's so beautiful. So once you realise that, you'll be a lot happier within yourself, and you're not feeding into mainstream media all the time. And don't watch it. Don't watch the TV. And we've all said that it's tell lie vision. It tells lies in vision. So let the people who want to scream and go on do that. That's part of what they're meant to be doing right now. You will wake up in your divine right time when you were supposed to be able to handle it. That's how I see it. So thank you all for coming in. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because they are taking they do unsubscribe people. And I've noticed even when I'm trying to put hearts out, they'll take the hearts off, and I'm like, I put a heart on there, why have they took it off? So it is a bit annoying at the minute. So yeah, remember to subscribe. That doesn't mean you're paying, that just means you subscribe to the channel, even though they don't give you a notification. But just check it, because sometimes YouTube unsubscribe you. But we all know what's going on there. I'm flying out to on Friday. Woohoo! Oh, good soul. And I think JCK, she shouted you out today, did she? Well, I'm assuming that was you, because I know you said you knew her and everything. I was like, yeah. But yeah, she's strong-minded as well. Thank you, Dolly Daydream, and the brightest blessings always. Yeah. So everyone's saying bye to each other, and I'm going to go now, because I could sit here for another 45 million hours. So I was about to say, have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, but it is Monday, so it's Mindset Mondays. I hope this gives you a frequency to carry on this week and not get too caught up in everything else. Remember, you feel yourself drifting, pull yourself back in. Soul retrieval, and I will see you very soon. Bye. Oh, I'm going to give you I'll give you a bit of a ding. I was supposed to do it for, been dinging this all day today. Remember my little tuning fork? Listen to the frequency. Hang on. Do you know what I just got in? If you're from the UK, you'll know this. Right, let's go. Hidey hi, hoody ho, hidey hi, hoody ho. I don't know why that just came in. I ding this every morning. Hidey hi, hoody hoody ho. Oh my god, that's showing me age anyway. Yes, I'll see you soon. I'm going now. I'm just going to switch off. So, yes, laugh your ass off. I did. See you later. Bye. Oh, I can't get off.